Ciao and welcome back to our Italian course for beginners. First of all, thank you very much to all subscribers, new and old. And thank you for liking and sharing my videos and for leaving comments. Also, I'd like to say that I do private tuition. If you are interested, let me know and we can have a chat about it. Obviously, the lessons would be online, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. So this is lesson 8, lezione Otto, and it is thank you for, in fact, for requesting this topic in particular, which is a dialogue or what can we say when we are in a restaurant. So how can we ask for food and what can we expect to hear from a waiter? So we have to thank a regular subscriber who is also very hardworking. Uh, so thank you for your comments and thank you for following all the lessons. Right, so obviously when you go to Italy, when you travel to any country really, sorry, we got a little present in there moving and making a little bit of noise. Is our little um, oh, our little dog listening and learning a little bit of Italian as well. Otherwise, he's used um, to hear English normally. Anyway, so let's see what can we say? How can we order some food or just a drink in a restaurant or in a bar when we are in Italy? We don't really have set expressions like you can have in English. In English, you probably hear "How can I help?" It's something that you hear in a shop, in a restaurant, or anywhere where there is a service. You can't really translate this sentence in Italian. Of course, you can, but it doesn't really make sense. Um, so let's see some examples. As I said, there isn't really a formula, a set expression. So what we're going to see are some examples, but we don't have to follow these ones in particular. And feel free to add your favorites in a comment or other options for for the other subscribers that may prefer using something else. So let me share the document I have prepared, which I believe is here. Right. So first of all, how do we get the waiter's attention? You don't need to call them waiter. And by the way, the word for waiter is cameriere, which is, apart from everything, it's a little bit difficult to pronounce. Cameriere. Cameriere if it's a male, or cameriera if it's a female. However, I don't know if somebody does or gets the waiter's attention by calling them waiter. I don't know, it doesn't matter. If you want, that's what you do. So cameriere for a waiter who is a male, cameriera for a waitress. Otherwise, you can use scusi. Scusi means excuse me. So, and by the way, you can use this word, which is polite, also to get somebody's attention in other situations, in other contexts. So this is simply scusi, excuse me. Here, as I said, I've written a few examples, but as I said, you don't have to follow any of these examples if you have your favorite. In fact, this is not really things that you would say, is things that you may hear. As I said, these are examples. It's not really the formula that you can hear normally in English-speaking countries where "how can I help" is used. Instead, here, as I said, a few choices. If I don't know, a few options. I signori desiderano. Literally, ladies and gentlemen, what would you desire? O siete pronti per ordinare? Are you ready to order? Che cosa prendete? What will you have? Avete deciso? Have you decided? O simply prego, signori, or just prego. This prego, we'll talk about it a little bit later. It doesn't necessarily have one specific meaning. It can have different meanings. So as I said, these are just some options that you may hear. And the thing is, I won't worry too much about what will the waiters say, because normally what they say, they just want to know what you want to take, what you want to have, what you want to order. So maybe if you hear the words, desiderano, which is literally to desire. So what would you like? Ordinare, to order, or to place an order. Prendete, from verb prendere, literally to take, but is to have. What will you have? Decidere, deciso, to decide. Some of these may sound a little bit rude. Have you decided? But keep in mind for these type of things, when it comes to pleasantries, I think in Italian things can sound a little bit more rude, especially when you translate them literally into English. Otherwise, as I said, this prego or prego signori, which is a polite way to say, in this case, again, there isn't a literal translation. You can just say, please, what can I do for you? So as I said, these are just ideas of what you could hear from a waiter. It is instead more important to know what to say when you want to order. So let's see some examples. This one, we have 3 different options. So if you're just talking about yourself, you're ordering for yourself, you can use these 3 expressions. The first one is vorrei. Vorrei is a very, very useful expression. It means I would like, literally I would want, but it is a very polite way to ask for something. So vorrei, you can use it, apart from a restaurant, you can use it anywhere else to ask for something politely. So vorrei, don't forget to pronounce the E, the last E, so the EI, or in Italian EI, vorrei, I would like, followed by whatever you'd like to have. We are assuming that you have a menu in front of you, or you can see what the items are in a bar, for example. You can also say prendo. Prendo, literally, as I said, is I take. However, translated in proper English is I'll have. I will have, followed again by whatever you'd like to order. You can also say per me. per me means for me. And this is especially when you are in a group or more than one person. And for example, you say for me, and you say what you want, and then somebody else may will take their turn basically and order whatever they want. So these three options: I would like, I'll have, or for me. This, as I said, when you're ordering for yourself mainly. If you are, for example, ordering for a whole group or for other people as well, instead of vorrei, you can use vorremmo. Vorremmo is we would like, especially if you're ordering something that you're sharing. But not only, if you're ordering a list of things we like, and then you say all the different dishes that you want. So this is just using one word. Instead, if, for example, you're ordering for yourself and others, you can start with io prendo, followed by what you're having. And then you can say, for example, he's having or she's having. So this would be lui prende, he is having, or lei prende, she's having. And there's another option, again, when you're ordering for yourself and others, per me, which is for me, and then per lui, for him, or per lei, for her. So these are all the different options if you are by yourself, or if you are ordering separately and everybody is ordering for themselves, or the second options are for if you're ordering for everyone. For example, if you got the responsibility of ordering for everyone. And let me see if what I want to say about this. I think maybe that is enough. Yes, from the grammar point of view, as you can see, unlike other cases where I put the person, io, for example, in brackets, in this case, I have left it because this is one of those cases where there is emphasis on the fact that there are different people doing different things, or in this case, ordering different things. So I will have and whatever you order. However, he is having something different. She is having something different. And then if you want, or when you want to thank the waiter, or when they bring your food, or when they bring your the bill, you can just say grazie, which means thank you. Don't forget to pronounce it properly, grazie. And then they will probably say prego. In this case, prego means you are welcome. So prego is always a word that is associated with polite, addressing somebody politely. Right, so let's go down here. So I have mentioned, as you can still see here in these examples when you're ordering, I have mentioned the verb prendere. Prendere, as I said, means literally to take. So when you're ordering something using this verb, you're saying I take and the dish. However, when you translate it properly in English, into English, you will use the verb to have. Remember, there is a difference in the verb to have in English. Are you having something to eat, a drink, meaning you're ordering something to eat or drink? which is different from to have, meaning that you own something. I have a house, I have a dog, I have a car, or whatever else. So be careful when you're translating, especially from English into Italian. When you're translating to have, what do you intend with this word? What do you mean? Are you ordering something? In that case, you're going to use the verb prendere, or are you talking about owning something? In the case, you will use the verb avere, to have in Italian. Apart from this, we have a little list of things that you could mainly order in a cafe, in a bar. So we have, for example, vorrei un caffè, vorrei un tè, vorrei un panino, a coffee, a tea, a sandwich. Remember that panino is one panino. Panini is plural. You could also order, for example, you could say prendo una cioccolata con panna or una pasta. So cioccolata is a hot chocolate. Panna is what's panna? Cream. So panna is cream, not to be confused with crema. Crema, which sounds like cream, instead it's custard. And then una pasta, we're not talking about pasta. You're not eating pasta like spaghetti or fusilli or other things. Una pasta is also a pastry. So if you say prendo una pasta or vorrei una pasta, you're saying I would like a pastry. And then we can also order a fizzy drink, for example, per me un'aranciata, per lui una Coca-Cola. Now, obviously, I've chosen these ones because there is some grammar behind it. Let's see the grammar behind it. Let me say, first of all, that this type of rules that we are going to talk about now, you can also find them in one of my videos, not on this playlist, not on the playlist of Italian for Beginners, but in the one of my other videos that talks about endings for nouns and articles, even if it's not exactly this type of articles, but it gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. Now you'll see it if you pay attention now, and then you'll go to that video, you know what the things in common are. When we're talking about articles, as I said. So this, as we can see here, when you're ordering un caffè, a coffee, un tè, a tea, un panino, a sandwich, una cioccolata, a chocolate, hot chocolate, una pasta, a pastry, un'aranciata, an orange, a fizzy orange, really. In English, the rule is that just the letter A means is used in front of consonants. Instead, the letter not the letter, the an, like an orange juice, for example, is used in front of vowels. That's the rule in English. A in front of consonants, an in front of vowels. I have seen some mistakes anywhere, really, including articles of different kinds. Anyway, we're not here to discuss other people's mistakes or errors. we're talking about the rules, the grammar rules in Italian. So as you can see here, as I said, we've got un, una, un apostrophe. You can, it's a little bit difficult here to work out when to use one or another, but these are the rules. Starting from the feminine, so we have the masculine and feminine, only singular. We are talking about indefinite article. Indefinite because you're having a coffee, a tea, a sandwich, not the coffee, the tea, the sandwich, which is more specific, just a tea, any, almost. So starting from the feminine, we have un apostrophe, which you use in front of feminine nouns, starting with a vowel. And also you have una, which you use in front of feminine words, starting with a consonant. As you can see, we have used una in front of una cioccolata and una pasta. So starting with a consonant. Un apostrophe in front of un aranciata, so in front of a vowel. For the masculine, which we have here, we have un. Un, you can use it in front of vowels and also in front of consonants. It's a little bit more confusing than the feminine one. Uno, we use it in front of some consonants or some combination of consonants. In general, and in fashion, this is most important. The most important thing when I said to look at the other, to watch the other video, which goes a little bit more into depth with this type of consonants, this list of consonants where we use uno, or in the video in particular is where we use lo. They are exactly the same rules. When you watch this video and followed by the other video, it will make a little bit more sense. However, if you need more explanations or clarifications, more examples, let me know in a comment and I'll cover both of them, all the articles, and we'll try and make a bit more sense of them. So uno, as I said, it is used in front of consonants only in specific cases. So it is used in front of masculine words, starting with S followed by a consonant, or some other consonants like Y and what else? No, maybe Z, for example, and PS, GN, some other combination of consonants that are not very, very common. We don't have many words with those consonants. So what you can start remembering at the moment, or to start with, are S followed by a consonant and words starting with a Z. So you can start remembering two, and then gradually you can add to this. Right, a little and brief recap. So to get waiters' attention or anybody attentions in other situations, you can just say scusi, scusi, excuse me. And these are some examples only of what you may hear from a waiter. In this case, we're talking about bar restaurants. That they could use some of these words, some of these sentences when they're asking your for your order. We don't have specific sentences, as I said, like how can I help you? here we have 3 options that you can use if you're ordering for yourself only. In the second case, we have exactly the same options, but when you're ordering for others as well. And we have the thank you and you're welcome, and some examples of what you could order in a bar, but mainly this is for grammar reasons, really. I've added these examples. And this, as I said, this is the indefinite article, or in Italian, articolo indeterminativo, which is translated, in fact, I'll write it in here, translated in English with A. In English, the rule is A in front of consonants and in front of vowels. And this, remember, are only singular, only singular. Right, we'll stop here for today. I hope it was useful. And this is the just examples, as I said, you know, to help you and feel a little bit more confident, maybe when you're in a restaurant or in a bar. But it is difficult to guess what people are going to say to you. And also sometimes there are differences also in according to the regions. There are some expressions that are used in a certain area of Italy or not in other areas. So just ideas, really. As I said, it is more important to know what you can say instead. And oh, I forgot actually. That's what I wanted to say, and I forgot. I'm going to add it quickly. How do you ask for the bill? Quick, quick. So the bill, we'll add it in here. It's something, again, you can really find it on online. For example, how do I say this word? However, when you're ready to pay, you can again call the waiter, waitress with scusi, and then you can ask for il conto, per favore, the bill, please. Il conto, again, is the same for bar, restaurants. Also, well, no, yes, I guess at the end of a stay, for example, in a hotel, it depends if you have ordered different things somewhere. So this is il conto is the bill. Per favore. Make sure also you do pronounce this in Italian, not in Spanish, as I hear many times. Per favore, that is Italian. I'm not going to say it in Spanish because I don't want you to memorize it if you don't know it. So, per favore. Right, so we are done for now. I hope this was useful. And as always, please leave comments if it has helped you or if you want to know a little bit more information. And this was lesson 8, lezione 8. And I will see you next time for lesson 9, lezione 9. So bye bye for now. Ciao.